Okay,
Surprise
welcome
the
back
laptops.
to week number 30, part number 3 of Outcast Order, a Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition campaign. We join our crew after Colby has just became his werebear form, and Riclamin was just informed that something is wrong with Claudia by Little Ricky.
All right.
Colby didn't hear this, but he saw Riclamin head off, and he is also heading in that direction.
Riclamin, as you're starting to run, you feel like you gain more strength. Your iron will from earlier fades, but now you're stronger.
Okay.
You kind of hear this chuckling voice in your head. You're so much more fun to play with. I
Can
tried
I hear my thoughts?
You're not sure.
Okay.
It said, I tried to play with that red one, but that old witch screamed at me and said there wasn't any room. And it goes silent again. Down a dark alley, into the poorer districts of Silvery Moon, you are led.
Okay.
Turning around back behind a hut, you find Thunk standing over Claudia, who's just laying there sobbing.
Okay. What happened?
Did I keep up to them?
Yeah.
I would say, what did you do, Thunk? Probably at the same time Rick says, what happened?
Thunk looks at you. Me? I have protected her.
Hybrid form still.
Okay, so he doesn't even know who you are right now.
Well, I am wearing my
know
armor.
you what? Okay. Yeah, but your hybrid form. Armor is armor.
My armor's there in hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the club looking at you. He's not quite sure. You showed up with Riclamin, but you're kind of you're weird to him right now.
Yeah.
So he's like watching you, not letting you get too close. You see her, Claudia sits up, hearing your voice, recognizes you and Riclamin, takes her hands down and opens her eyes, and her eyes are solid white. She just says, Colby?
What happened? Again. Still waiting for someone to tell me what happened.
She just said, it happened all of a sudden. I was looking up at the stars and now I can't see. It's all dark.
I'll shift back down.
I just look over at Colby and then up.
And then your head follows me down as I shift back.
Yeah.
I'm much shorter than you actually in normal form.
Yeah.
Do I recognize her eyes as as a blindness?
It's actually rather weird. You get down and do a heal check.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to.
You recognize that she's blind.
I don't even know if this will work, but I'll try the shield.
Okay, try to use a heal.
Yeah.
Right, you see that she's blind. You take your shield. Thunk.
Yeah.
No.
Slightly less dramatic than the priestess before.
Okay. And you try to heal her. You use the heal. The energy just cackles through her. And she opens her eyes again, and they are still solid white.
What's going on?
She said, that should have worked. I felt it. It should have worked.
Well, you apparently know more than I do. Why didn't it work?
I don't know.
How did you know it would have worked?
She just looks kind of quizzical. I don't know.
I'm going to pull out my book of answers that I can never get the answers to.
Encyclopedia?
Yeah. I invented Wikipedia. Smurrrrh did in a last... while he was in the camp, he invented Wikipedia.
Aren't you going to get that?
Oh my god. What do you hear?
Suddenly, Riclamin, your backpack starts knocking.
Okay. I quizzically pull out the ring gate.
You hear Ost yelling through it. Master Riclamin, a message arrived.
From who?
He didn't leave a name. He just said you would know. He said your companion was spotted. I'll read it off to you if you don't mind. Lord Milner, your dead companion has been spotted upright at the Amicure Tower in the company of a particularly nasty chained devil known only as the Puppet Master.
I whisper to Rick that I believe he's referring to either Idara or what's his name? Archibald, as both their bodies have gone missing.
It's merely signed M.
I somehow know how to insert that.
Thank you.
Who's reading it? Never mind.
Is that all that the message says?
Yes.
Oh wait, there's a PS.
He didn't give any other message?
Nothing.
Thanks, Ost. That'll be all.
Very well, sir.
Put it back in my backpack. Well then.
I'm asking Claudia, like, what in the heavens were you looking at just before this happened?
Just looking at the stars.
When Riclamin was summoned here, where was I? Was I with him?
Yeah.
I won
You're
the
boozing.
game contest.
Fair enough.
So,
The only way I can beat any kind of competition with Smurrrrh is if he's not there.
right. You should roll strength against him.
Constitution.
Right. So, you looked with a heal check at her eyes. You know this didn't work to heal her eyes.
Although it should have cured blindness.
Yes.
So I suspect that this is something else.
Magic blindness.
It should cure magic blindness.
This would have fixed. This fucking fixes everything. It should. I don't know why it didn't work.
Well, maybe it's just regular blindness then.
Fixes everything.
She starts crying again.
Blindness is typically a spellcaster's domain, correct? When it's caused by, like, magically, it's like a wizard or something like that. Is it Arcana, the knowledge check?
Yep.
Okay. I am not shitting you, but if you go over to my page here, you'll notice that I picked Arcana because we don't seem to have any of those.
Okay.
And I figured those are my Justicar points. It's
Okay.
one of the things or whatever.
Okay, so you got 3 of them. That's good.
So it's I'm starting there.
Okay.
So have you been reading some kind of book or something to justify this new knowledge?
How I could justify it is I was asking a lot of spellcasters earlier about all sorts of things. So I could figure maybe I stumbled across something. But again, it's all coming down to the roll, and the roll is very difficult, even with anything in it at as low as this is. So that's how I'll justify it. If you
Okay.
accept.
Challenge accepted, and no good for you.
No
You
good
do
for me.
realize that some wizards can cast, and clerics can too, a blindness or deafness on their targets.
Okay.
But that would have been easily fixed by what Colby had done.
Okay. That's kind of what I'd be saying.
Including most injury-type blindnesses would have been fixed by what Colby had done.
Okay.
It's the strangest shade of white. It's just all of a sudden totally white.
Bummer.
Now she tries to stand up. Little Ricky helps her. And she just says, I'd like to go back to the temple now.
Do you feel all right, Claudia?
She, as far as I can tell, I'm fine, except for this.
Oh,
Interesting. The last thing I remember seeing is those 7 stars.
Wait, did you say 7 stars?
Yes.
That's very interesting.
So she starts letting little Riclamin, little Ricky, not little Riclamin, not Riclamin Jr., little Ricky, lead her.
Says that I think of Trailer Park Boys.
I'd like to attempt something. I don't know if it's, well, that's probably a good dex roll for it, but in one hand, swinging her around on, well, I could probably swing around as to do a piggyback.
Okay.
But as I do that, I say, ride on our new mount.
Okay.
And I shift down into full bear.
So let's see this dex roll. For some reason, I'm sorry. This is what happens. This is what goes on in my brain, and that's why I troll you so much. I see you say, right on our new mount, shift. You grab her in half shift, throw her, miss completely. She lands in some trash cans over there. A cat comes running
and
out.
I totally agree that could happen, so that's why,
And with a 13, you didn't add anything to it. Why not?
I don't know what my my new saves are with the bear. But I don't get dex.
Oh.
You get strength and con, right?
Yeah.
You know, generally my base cool thing DC is 15. Everyone knows that.
So it wasn't pretty.
Okay.
She maybe kind of almost fell off the one side.
So Colby's like, right on our new mount. Grabs her, throws her up in the air, shifts. She lands right behind him.
She panics, grabs the hair.
No, it's
yanks.
It's around the shoulder. Like I'm swinging her around like as if in human form I was going to give her a piggyback.
Oh, okay. So you swing her around and she kind of ends up sideways and holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I would.
I'll let her make a roll then.
Yeah.
The DC
probably
15.
If she is swinging off the side, I would do like a.
Well,
we didn't do really well at this.
You two are a pair match made in heaven.
Yeah, so she's hanging off the one side. I would kind of do like a shift my shoulders to kind of straighten her out.
All right. Let's roll a D20 for, and this is a 10. Get a 10 or higher and you can pull it. Okay. There you go. Managed to get it right. And she's blaming herself for not being able to see right now, you can tell.
Yeah.
She's kind of upset.
You should give her a bear hug.
Actually, but
Hmm?
I can't see that she's upset. She's
Some-
not
Oh,
my
no.
back.
She's talking about it.
Oh. I can't
And she's
talk
grabbing
in
onto the
bear form.
fern. What sort of creature is this? And little Ricky says, looks up at Riclamin.
It's a bear, I think. It's friendly.
She just says, you think?
Well, I know it's friendly. But it looks like a bear.
You see, she's saying in a mocking tone, here you are, blind little girl. Why don't you ride our friendly pet? What's it?
She said that?
Yeah.
I roar.
You're definitely developing a little bit of a snarky tone.
You roar.
Well, not a loud
Oh,
roar,
boy.
but I make a bear sound. Like in like response to this whole conversation that's coming off. Like when he says, "I think it's a bear," I'm like, "Arr."
A distinct bear sound. I'm a bear.
Like,
He kinda-
he's in full bear. He can't talk.
She goes out of her snarky mode for that, lets
That
out a
was the
little
joke.
squeak, and starts petting it. Good bear.
Pleased grunt.
This is the time you're going to express some worrisome about what we're doing. Now we march toward bugs, and this is the time.
She feels the bear actually laugh.
I'd like to suggest that whenever you're in bear form, you actually wear that bear toque thing that you
Oh,
have
want
with
me
the
to get that?
gloves,
Okay.
just so we know,
One sec.
and so the viewers are aware.
It's very bearable, unbearable,
Okay.
barely there.
He's in bear form. Now I've
Excellent.
got him in bear form.
Don't
All
grab
right.
the ears.
Right. There we go. So you make short time getting back to the temple. Thunk doesn't seem to be drawing much attention from the party goers, as most of them are very drunk.
And they're with the bear.
Yeah, and they're riding on a bear.
The bear.
The bear. Yeah, the bear from earlier. Coming inside the temple, the place is pretty much deserted on the inside. Everyone's out in the streets partying.
I'd plop my fat bear ass down and let her slide off.
You do. She slides off and manages to use some of your fur to right herself.
Ow.
Not much.
So she
Shift back and say, "Wait here. I'm going to find the high priestess."
Okay.
Oh.
So you head outside.
Yeah.
Smurrrrh and Smurrrrh's still out there. Riclamin, you'll see. She says that she wants to go get her blanket. She's cold. And little Ricky runs over to help her, but she starts walking down the center aisle. He just
Fucking
kind of
weirdo.
stops and he's watching her.
I'm intrigued. I'm watching too. I'm not going to say a thing. I'm just watching.
She's a witch.
She makes it to the back, opens the door to the high priestess's room, and walks inside.
Does little Ricky kind of look back at me confused?
Yeah.
I just kind of shrug at him. I'm like, I've never seen this before.
Well, she comes back out a few minutes later covered in a blanket. walks and goes up to y'all and sits down right beside little Ricky.
Claudia, how are you able to see where you're going?
She just looks up at you and says, I can't see.
Is it memory?
What?
The blanket. You went and got the blanket. How did you know where it was?
She just starts to look at you like she's fixing to say something, and then just it's a strange look.
She's looking at me?
Yep. It's a strange look.
With white eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I just picture Riclamin going like...
Do a spot check real quick.
To see if she's following.
Oh.
She's now Batgirl. No.
I don't know what my spot is anymore.
I didn't want to continue for
I'm
copyright.
gonna roll a d20, I'll tell you what the plus is. 7.
That's 20 total. Her eyes are solid white, but there is some sort of symbol on there. You're not sure what you're seeing. She just says, I don't know.
A symbol on her eyes?
Symbol.
Yeah, it's not normal.
It's not like a pupil, it's like a symbol. Okay.
Right.
Whoa.
Like the 800 other symbols that are around you?
Trippy.
Well, it wasn't high enough to make out the detail. Just there's something there.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Moving on. Next.
So, outside, Colby, you find the High Priestess. She's starting to get a little inebriated.
What's her name, by the way? Did we ever get that?
No, I never gave that to you. I've been working on that.
Okay. I guess I'll just say High Priestess.
She turns to see you.
Drunk. You're drunk.
She laughs at that.
No, that's what I pictured her saying.
Oh, pretty close.
What's up? I'm handling this.
And she says,
What
"If
time
it
of
isn't
night is this? Sorry.
Oh, it's getting into the wee hours of the morning now.
Okay.
High Priestess, come quick. Something's wrong with Claudia.
Her laughing immediately stops at that, and she starts following you through the crowd.
I run back as fast as I can.
All right. Back in the temple,
sure she kept up.
Claudia turns to you, Riclamin, and says, "You should open the door."
I confusedly opened the door.
The High Priestess reaches for the High Priestess reaches it just after Colby, and the door opens right when you're reaching for it, Colby.
I guess I would probably have been looking at the doorknob, and I look up as it opens, and I continue past.
Yeah. As soon as you open the door, Colby and the High Priestess walk in.
I probably can see her sitting in the pew.
You see her sitting on the ground there with a blanket.
Okay, so I'm guessing the High Priestess would have rushed past me to get to her.
Yes, the High Priestess will rush past you. And she's running up for Claudia. And she's like, What happened? She turns to you for an answer. Claudia says, I don't know.
She said she was looking at the stars, and then all of a sudden she couldn't see.
So she takes and looks into her eyes. Says she's blinded.
Yeah, we got that. It's not a normal blindness. My shield couldn't remove it.
I'll give her one more chance.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. She's blind. Yep.
Well, fuck. We figured it out. Call off the detectives.
Oh, that's what this is.
Jeez, I was so worried that she just got white paint in her eyes.
Okay. Nope. So it's a 22 and a 10. Not enough. Not enough. Some form of symbol. I can't make it out.
Oh, for the love of God. What am I using? Spot?
Have a look.
Yep. It's a DC 25.
I can't make it unless I can roll a natural 20.
Do it. Crit.
Nope.
Well, shit. That was horrible.
Yep. Oh well, I guess she's blind. Moving on.
The priestess looks a little troubled and starts heading back to her chambers. Says, Claudia, where did you get the blanket? Under your bed? Well, I wasn't going to give it to you yet, but there you are. Happy birthday.
Ooh, birthday cake?
And she just says, thank you, priestess.
Free cake. Free cake.
The priestess kind of looks a little bit at the surrounding people because one of them had to gone and got it for her, of course, and heads back to her room to contemplate and pray, leaving you alone with the strange blind little girl.
I think you should turn in. It's really late.
Okay.
Who'd you
Well,
say
good
that
night,
to?
party. Oh, you're talking
Who'd you
about...
say that to?
I said it out loud, but it was more directed at the kids.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the DM. I was going to bed. All right, then. Never mind.
He's gone. Quick, we can do whatever we want.
Claudia just kind of nods and goes to get up. And she, little Ricky comes over and starts to guide her. And she seems kind of puzzled by it, but just follows him.
Okay.
And Thunk is like, where do I sleep?
How big is he again? Is he like Smurrrrh size?
He's about your size, basically.
So he's
a little bigger.
He's a little bit bigger than me.
He's about a little taller than you, much broader than you.
Yeah, got you. Eyeball on beds, and my experience with that, is he going to fit in a bed?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, let's show him to a room. Let's go, Thunk.
He follows you. All right. You lead him to a room. He takes it happily. Lays down on the floor beside the bed.
No, Thunk, get off the floor. You don't sleep on the floor.
Looks at you puzzled.
The bed. It's for you.
And he just climbs into the bed and lays down on top of it and lets out a sigh of comfort. And is quickly snoring.
Okay. Where is everyone situated as far as rooms? Is this like a barracks kind of thing where it's just an open room?
The way I pictured, there's kind of the main priestess's room back behind the altar and such.
Yeah.
A little storage closet off to this side. And if you go off to the right from the altar, there's a doorway that leads into kind of a basement area. There's a hall where all the little rooms are for everybody.
Built off the hall?
Yes.
Things like nuns'
So-
quarters in a church.
And
Kinda,
where did Ricky and Claudia go to?
One room down from this one.
Okay. Are there doors?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. I'd leave Thunk's room, close the door behind me,
Hmm.
and then go and see if Claudia's tucked in or whatever, and where's Ricky at?
Ricky is walking out as you come in. Claudia's laying on the bed, her eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling.
I'm just checking up. Night, Claudia.
She just says, "Good night."
Creepy.
Good night. Yeah.
Little Ricky comes out and starts heading to the room that you led Smurrrrh to. Or not Smurrrrh.
Thunk.
Thunk.
Mini
Smurrrrh Jr.
I'm like, Thunk's sleeping in there tonight. How about you sleep in this one over here? Is there anyone in this room?
No, that is the vacant room of Archibald, which he takes happily.
Okay.
We can learn to become evil, Archie.
Yes. He heads in. You look when he goes in. There's still vials and some type of like alchemical mixtures and such in there. Most likely for healing purposes. Some of Archie's belongings are still in there. He heads straight to the bed. Lays in.
How tired is he when I looked at him?
He looks pretty tired, but he was shocked and awaked. But when he gets in the bed, it's like the day's catching up with him pretty quick.
Okay, so as he's nodding off, I say, "Good night, Ricky. Don't touch Archibald's stuff. It might be sent to his next of kin. So when you wake up, don't go rifling through his stuff."
He shakes his head sleepily and is out shortly.
Okay.
If only it was that easy everywhere else. Okay.
If only it worked like that in real life.
Yep.
What happens is
Good.
when I pick up my kids, they like fall asleep in my arms instantly. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ridiculous. You mean amazing?
That's called feigned death.
Maybe
Yeah,
you're a
that's
hypnotist.
what
You're
they
like,
do.
sleep.
Yeah, that's totally what. Just like I'm casting a spell.
All right. You go back upstairs, and I'm assuming
Yeah, why not? Let's go upstairs.
Colby is nowhere to be found. Meanwhile,
All right.
out in the
Out there,
celebration,
No, I'm heading out to find Smurrrrrh. Do I find him passed out in somewhere?
yeah, he's actually propped up against the Dunk the Demon tank.
Oh, excellent.
There's people standing around him and sitting near him, and they're all drinking, and it seems like they're trying to talk to him too.
Okay, I'm going
He'll-
to. What?
He will mumble something or snore, which they all laugh about and continue on their conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna
Don't be your demon.
shift into full bear.
Mm-hmm.
And where are his weapons?
Smurrrrh's weapons.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
Just
they'd
to
be
the
on his
sides?
person.
like they're just like. Where do you clip your weapons?
On your back, yes, Smurrrrh?
Yeah,
Okay, so I would
like bandolier type style things.
get really close as the bear, and just like
Okay.
bare head to his face and just stare at him.
Am I conscious?
You can be now.
If he's not, I would
You-
kind of slap.
He wakes you up.
I'm the beer god demon. Oh, I hate bear. Are you gonna let me ride you like the last bear? Okay. I summon a drink.
So once again, drunken Smurrrrh, you gonna mount the bear? Is that what you're trying to do?
Whoa, no. Ride the bear, maybe.
Smurrrrh's
Does
just
he-
gonna get up and like flop over top of the bear, trying to get on. If the bear will let it happen.
Yeah. He'll flop over side saddle, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cart drunken Smurrrrh back to the...
I'm making sure not to spill my drink while I'm laying over the side, kind of like.
Roll.
You want a dex check for that?
Yep.
Right. But my saves are lower now. Oh no, wait, dex should be the same. Or should it? Yeah, dex. Do a dex or reflex?
It's dex. I mean, just dex.
Dex.
Just a dex check.
Dex. +4. I have too many tabs. This is frustrating.
Okay, so I guess while this is happening, my character's just gonna go downstairs and.
It's 8, so
go
I
to
fail.
sleep.
All right. Riclamin heads downstairs to sleep. Smurrrrh, you managed to coat the entire left side of the bear in your alcohol.
Yeah. If I keep spilling it, I just keep summoning more.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a trail of beer.
Yeah.
Down his face.
There's just, like, you just see this bear walking with Smurrrrh hunched over the side of it, and there's just beer gushing.
And he's like trying to have a
sloshing around
drink.
from the one side,
Okay.
We
And
can
I
barely
get
watch it. It's almost
Ah.
unbearable.
Zing.
all that booze, and I get him back to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the quarters, and I look for the first room. I guess I would check. I'd probably find the one with Thunk in it, right?
Yep. You go down, open up the first room. You see Thunk snoring loudly on the bed.
Probably just kind of position with the door open and me outside, and just shrug Smurrrrh off into this room.
Into the Thunk room.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a d20 for your Smurrrrh shrug. Above a 10.
Yep.
You shrug him into the room.
How much noise did that make?
Quite a bit.
Especially because I'm singing.
I run into the hallway with my weapon drawn.
All right.
As he's doing that, I'm shaking off the beer.
You see a
Eleanor's life is a merry old life.
So because he was like hunched over this way and he fell off like this, the wet side is facing the hallway
yeah.
when I shake.
Riclamin in his nightcap and gown runs out holding a bastard sword. Yeah, and then he gets covered in beer.
Yep.
You see the, yeah. You
I
see
just
the
look up
Colby
at him
bear.
and you swear the bear just smiled at you.
As much as a bear can smile.
Let's have a chuckle.
I just nod. Yeah. Go back to the room.
Yeah.
Put the weapon down at my side.
You set the weapon down. Go back to sleep.
Journals, I don't know if it was clear, but the journal's in the haversack. Close that up, put it over near the bed. Go and lie down and shut the door again.
Okay. Go lie down and shut the door again.
And go to sleep.
So,
Yeah.
Smurrrrh, are you going to sleep in there? Or just
Yeah.
don't drink and sing all night.
Well, what time
Or
of
thumb.
night is it? You said it was early morning hours a while ago. So is it like 5 a.m.? What the hell's going on here?
Pretty much, yeah. Y'all have stayed up all night nearly.
Sorry, let me just mute this baloney. Twitch decided to yell at me with advertisements. Okay. Sorry, what was that?
It's about 5 in the morning. You pretty much
Okay.
stayed up all night for the celebration.
Yeah, I'll just lay there and while I'm on the ground, I'll try and have drinks until I keep
Okay.
passing out. And every time I wake up, I'll just be trying to summon a drink.
Okay.
Even if I'm not holding the cup up, I'll just keep being like beer. Beer. Or piss.
Did you close the door or leave it open, Colby?
I don't think I could close it.
Okay. Okay.
Not without wrecking
That's
it.
good. Beer. Or piss. Where did you go, Colby?
I went out to finish this party off right.
All right. So the bear parties the night away.
Bear down.
The party seems to die down probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, roughly, to resume again the following night. The townsfolk, some try to clean up a little bit, but mostly the place is a wreck. Head in to rest.
Once they head in, I would probably head in also. Wouldn't make it far.
Okay.
I'd be passed out on the pew probably.
Okay. You come in, you pass out on a pew.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what form I was. As soon as I lost consciousness, I'd revert.
All right. Smurrrrh, Riclamin, Colby. Roll me a d6 each, please.
A d6 each?
Yeah. I want to see how many levels you lose.
Okay. The fuck? Oh, duh.
Okay. Smurrrrh, you awaken first.
Okay.
Looking around, you notice that you are completely soaked. And it seems that there's about an inch of alcohol covering the floor.
Okay. I get up. I look around for some place to have a leak. And I have a leak, and then I'm gonna make breakfast.
All right, so the kitchen's down at the end of this hallway. You going down there?
Yep.
Stoke the fires.
Yep.
Okay. Smurrrrh heads down to the kitchen at the end of the hall to begin cooking. All right. So he's hung over. He goes over to the fire pit. Splash, splash, splash. Throws the logs on there. Gets the ingredients out. Gets the flint and steel. Marguerite, please roll me a d20.
Oh, it's not that flammable of alcohol. Come on.
What is he covered in? He's summoned booze, right? Like beer?
He said beer,
Yeah, he's
orc piss. You remember him saying that? I do.
Yeah.
I didn't hear orc piss. Did you summon orc
I
piss?
said orc
Yeah, he
piss.
said
Yeah.
orc piss.
Boom.
I have to be pretty concentrated, though. I mean, I don't know.
What's the proof on
Uh,
orc piss?
Death.
Apparently, it's jet fuel.
Pretty much. Might as well be. That is the best description I've ever heard for it.
Jet fuel?
Considering it's like a DC 14 versus death, yeah. Okay, the erupting explosion destroys the entire temple.
The end. Well, it was a
Wow.
good campaign, guys.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
No.
In the
Okay.
distance-
Riclamin draws away from the fire to finish telling him the sad tale
In the
that he
distance,
began earlier.
if books could laugh, you'd hear one laughing.
Okay. No, you crack that. There is the explosion, fire everywhere. Smurrrrh, I need a reflex save. Who had their door closed?
I did.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Horrible.
All right.
So did Ricky. And so did Claudia, I think. I shut.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Claudia shut. Ricky shut Claudia's door.
Okay.
I shut Ricky's door. I shut my door. I shut Thunk's, but then it was reopened.
Yep.
Okay.
An alcohol explosion wouldn't be.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm playing it up. Just let me have my fun. I want everyone to think they died.
Cathedral
The temple
exploded.
exploded. Yeah.
But Colby, you are awakened to the sound. You get to look up and just see a pillar of flame shoot out from the lower halls real quick and then close off, like disappear again.
I'm
Backdraft.
massively hungover, so I would have been like kind of raising my head up a little bit above the pew to see that, and it like receded. I didn't hear any noise, so then I would have immediately passed right back out.
Okay. Okay. All right. Meanwhile,
See the clunk of my armor hit the pew again. For some reason, I'm actually sleeping in the helmet. It was a really crazy night.
you only took 15 fire damage from that Smurrrrh.
Ow.
You're red again.
Strike Flint again.
You're slightly
you
singed.
just hear, ow,
Yeah.
ow.
Pretty sure that lit it.
Yeah, pretty sure the fire's lit. In the...
Yes.
If not, he's just going to put the pot on his
So you're
foot
like-
that's on fire.
Oh, it's lit.
I just find a fire to put the pot over. Yeah.
Ow. You've got the worst
Very good.
sunburn.
You look over, cooking, eggs, bacon. What's that smell?
Burning
Apparently
flesh.
some of the doors are on fire.
Do I notice the doors are on fire?
Roll.
How much are they burning? Do you know?
What am I rolling?
Fire or the
A
smoke?
spot check?
Yes, pretty much. There will be smoke coming up soon. But it's a
You'd smell
stone
it, too.
building. Stone building. Yeah, smell it too. Well, if he had scent, like a supernatural
that's right,
ability for
yeah.
me.
Hang on.
But it's a stone building. It just happens to be a wooden door
My spot is horrible. Okay.
that was soaking.
Spots.
Oh dear.
So it's
Poor
burning
man.
like a match.
Poor thunk.
Yeah. Oh,
That one is.
So-
I see every door
that
on
one.
fire at the
Yeah.
same time.
you look down and notice all the doors on fire, all the way from here to the edge of the earth.
That's what Smurrrrh says.
We didn't start the fire.
He looks around for water.
You see a water pump of a sort, yeah.
Is there any pails around or anything?
Well, yes, there is.
It is
I'm
filled
gonna.
with gasoline.
I'd like to try and fill a pail with water.
Okay, roll.
I'm gonna fill the pail. You want me to roll d20?
Yes.
Are you shitting me to fill a fucking water bucket?
Am I
He
still sleeping?
Does the bucket have a hole in it?
That's hilarious.
Did he suddenly forget how to work his hands?
Yes.
What was the point of the D6?
Okay.
Huh?
How many hours
Oh, yeah.
you slept?
Yeah.
The what?
How many hours?
How many
you
hours you slept? I just wanted to check how many hours I had to kill you from smoke inhalation.
3.
Okay. Yeah. You managed to fill the bucket with water after 2 hours.
So, wait. Smurrrrh got up. I didn't wake up. And the only reason Colby woke up was because of the flame, or what?
Yeah. If you left your door open, it would have woke you up too.
Yeah, sure would have.
I just saw the backdraft explosion come up in the lower quarters. This is crazy.
Okay, so did I actually fill a bucket with water, or?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say.
There's
All
a
right,
point
I'm gonna
where-
go over to the nearest door and splash it with the bucket of water.
Roll. I'm joking.
He's
Oh,
not.
man.
That's what we were doing.
All right, go ahead. You run over and you splash the door with a bucket of water.
Oh, who said I was running over?
Oh,
Run over, dude. There's no
you
running
nonchalantly
around.
walk over there and you splash the door to the kitchen with the water.
Each
The
step
kitchen
he
door is
takes-
out.
Each
Yeah.
step he takes and makes noise. He's like, "Oh shh, shh. Oh, you're so loud. Shh."
It's like half eyes are half closed, and he's just like,
Yeah, that's kind of like, explosion happens, look at the door, look over, see the door on fire, grab a bucket, fill the water, walk over, splash it. The remaining doors.
You hear, okay, you come through and you splash another door. And then the entire temple is awoken from a blood-curdling scream.
Okay. I just keep splashing doors.
Yep.
okay.
As Colby, you see Thunk come running out of the bottom, terrified of the fire, heading for the storage closet, closing himself inside.
Okay, so the sound that wakes me up, you see me again. I sit up enough, and I raise the visor on my helmet to see this clearly, and see it, and then slam it down and back out. And wince
Okay.
I wake
as I
up
slam
now?
it down too hard.
Riclamin, you wake up. Good morning. Look over at your flaming door.
Hop out of
Remember
bed,
that being on fire.
reach in the backpack, grab the regular decanter, and I'd hose it down.
He reaches in, pops the decanter, and starts hosing the door.
Yep.
All right. Smurrrrh, you're managing to put all of them out except for this one.
Okay.
You need to go get another bucket of water.
Okay.
Something's wrong with that door.
Okay.
Door is cursed.
Rick,
That's
you managed to
bad.
get the fire out of your door, Riclamin.
Okay. Open it up.
You look down. The only door that's still burning is the one to Claudia's.
Okay. Do I notice what started the fire?
You smell alcohol really strong, but
That's all I smell.
yeah, and smoke.
Where's Claudia's door from my door?
Next one down on your left.
Can I spray it with the decanter?
It's out of charges and needs to rest until tomorrow. Yes, of course.
So I do that.
Okay. Smurrrrh, you see that the fire squad has arrived and they're spraying it with their hose.
That's
Is the bucket I have red?
No. It's
Okay.
Why?
I was gonna give it to Riclamin as a hat.
And a yellow apron.
Yeah.
And thus Smurrrrh created the fire department.
You managed to get the fire out, Riclamin.
Open the door.
Get on the floor.
What's left of it?
You open the door. The place is empty.
Okay.
She's not there.
She's blocking the dinosaur.
Check the other doors. Open the door.
If I see Riclamin too, I'm like, oh hey Ricky, the doors are on fire.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I hold up the bucket.
What's
As
in the
he's
other
looking
rooms? I wouldn't stop if he's talking to me.
You can't find Thunk either. Little Ricky, excuse me. Blah. Little Ricky wakes up when you open his door up. He sits up, rubs his eyes, and hops out of bed.
He's like, I had the most amazing dream. The whole temple was burning. It was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's sniffing like he smells the smoke on the way out with you.
It's doing the Mr. Burns fingers. Fire.
Burns.
Yeah.
Burns them, Ralphie boy. Burns them all. Okay. So no Claudia, no Thunk. Ricky's okay.
Uh-huh.
Smurrrrh seems to be like stumbling around, still a little tired and drunk.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in a pool of alcohol.
Smells like alcohol, burnt cinders. It just smells lovely down here.
Smurrrrh's slightly pickled.
I'm out of here. I'm walking up the main area.
You get up. Okay, you walk up to the top. You see Colby sleeping on a pew. Just a little bit further down.
In the furthest pew, like closer to the doors, you just see my legs sticking out.
I just see a bear wearing a helmet.
No, I can't maintain shape if I'm on
Oh, he's-
Okay. That'd have been funny. A
That
bear
would've
wearing a
been
helmet.
He's only wearing his
At
helmet
that
though.
point, it would have been a lampshade.
That's
Yeah.
all I was thinking. Just a bear wearing a helmet.
So you see Colby's legs sticking out from that pew and down at the end.
Okay. I let him be.
Okay.
Are there any other legs that are protruding around in the citadel, or?
Yeah.
You don't know.
All right. I'm just looking around then. What's going on? Anything out of the ordinary other than the person sleeping in the pews?
You know, you look, you see the person sleeping in the pews. You go down that direction
I don't know what direction is that.
towards the door where that
Door.
person's sleeping.
Nah, no. If there's nothing over there except for him, then no.
Okay, you don't go that way. All right. You
I had no reason to. He's fine.
place is empty. Otherwise, you see the storage closet's closed over there. You see the door to the high priestess chambers is closed.
There's no like ruckus from people waking up from the blood curdling scream.
No.
Maybe you're the only one who heard it.
Maybe.
Might.
No, they're busy fucking being beaten to death by Monk Panther.
Trainer McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Did you call him Smoke Panther?
Monk Panther.
Oh,
Smoke Panther.
I'm wearing Smoke Panther. It's my new
Sounds
cologne.
like a new G.I. Joe character.
I call it Magnum.
Smoke Panther.
Stab a bit on there. Oh, what's that smell? It
Smoked
smells a little bit
Panther.
like fire, alcohol, vomit.
Pinch of half orc halfling.
You notice the door to the supply closet cracks open slightly.
Who notices?
Okay, I'd walk over to it and kind of grab it and open it slowly.
Now
You see
smell
Thunk.
troll piss.
Thunk is over there. He kind of freaks when you grab the door. He just looks and sees you. Is the fire out?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Poor Thunk.
There's some damage down there, though.
He lays down in the supply closet and starts getting ready to sleep again.
Does he look comfy?
He looks like he's pretty comfy now. Very content knowing the fire's out.
Close the door. He can stay in the supply closet.
This is his natural habitat. He'll be fine.
My character thinks he looks comfy. He's staying in there.
Well, he was on the floor originally, so he's used to this kind of situation. Clearly.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, all right. Well, I guess he's scared of beds now. Good night.
You tuck him in with a broom and leave him be.
Here's a pail to sleep on, and here you go. Here's a broom. Night, night, little funky. All right, I just kind of walk around. I don't see Claudia. Just take a long walk around the outside of the room.
All right, you walk along all the outside of the pews.
Just looking
As you
around
get
left and right.
down closer to the pew that Colby's at, you see something underneath the pew that he's sleeping on.
Okay. Gotta look down and under.
You get over there, you see Claudia curled up underneath the pew with her blanket and pillow.
Okay. Leave it at that.
Eyes wide open, but snoring.
Creepy, I say. And I think that at the same time to myself, I'm like, yeah.
As you walk by and
As
you
you
say,
say
creep.
creepy, I'm like, you just see my hand go up and like, shh, you're so loud.
See, when you say that creepy, and he says this so loud, she says, I didn't want to catch on fire. And just kind of mumbles in her sleep.
And I also think at the same time, yeah, that's what I think is creepy.
You'd probably be like, you're having a dream.
It's okay, it sounds like she's developing psionic powers and she'll be dead soon.
Oh boy.
All right. Do I hear or do I smell anything enchanting coming from the kitchen?
I was gonna say, as soon as I'm satisfied the fires are out, I'm continuing with breakfast.
You do smell some type of meat cooking. After a few moments of tracing through your recent memories of scents, you link it somewhere near to charred orc flesh.
Does it smell like I enjoy it?
Ew.
Or is this something I'd be repulsed by?
You know, it doesn't bother you as much as it might have at one point.
Could really go either way.
I'm going to go with my recent memory banks and go see what Smurrrrh's up to.
All right, Smurrrrh. The fires were out. Good. You began your cooking. Let's
Yep.
see the rolls and see what happens.
It's gonna be even more
Before
horrible. I
that,
can't make rolls this
we're
week.
going to go to a break, and we will come back and see how Smurrrrh did with his cooking. Catch you in a few. Watching on YouTube, don't forget to click like and subscribe.